Hey guys, today I want to share with you my completed build of the HG Kaioken Burning Gundam. So this was just like a kind of fun little just experiment, little painted build idea that I just had. It just kind of popped into my head a few weeks ago thinking about Dragon Ball, and if you guys are unfamiliar, the Kaioken is the name of an attack that Goku does really only a few times, really doesn't do it all that often, but it's a special attack that Goku can do, and that is like before, he used it after he becomes a Super Saiyan, but before he becomes a Super Saiyan, it's sort of like a quasi Super Saiyan kind of thing. It's basically, he glows all red, and then he is like faster and stronger, basically for a short amount of time. So I thought it'd be cool to try to recreate that, sort of, with a Gundam. And I was thinking about what kit that would work for, and I thought, oh, well, obviously, I have this HG Burning Gundam here, and it's like a martial arts mobile suit, and I know it's a kit that has very few seams to remove, so it'll be really easy to just do a little bit of sanding. I can get right to painting it right away. And so that's what I did. I thought, all right, well, I'm just going to whip out this little project and just see how it goes. So it was really just kind of an experiment thing. Honestly, it's definitely not my best work. It's just kind of a little project for fun, and that's okay. So it's okay to just do these kind of little fun projects every once in a while, just to try something different. And yeah, this is different. I'll definitely give myself that. I don't know if I'm really totally pleased with how this came out, but I think I'm gonna like it a whole lot more when I change off those blue clear parts for the flame effect clear parts. I thought about just making it just with the flame effect parts just from the get-go, not even bothering like painting, because like some of the armor parts you'll remove, and those won't actually be used at all for if you're using the flame effect parts. So I thought, oh, maybe I just don't even need to paint those. But I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and paint everything just in case, and you know, show it with the blue clear parts in there, take some photos and videos and stuff with that. And then I'll take that stuff off and then put on the flame effect parts, and probably it will just stay like that with the flame effect parts probably forever after that. So what I did to paint this was actually I just painted it all in just the normal colors, actually. So like the white was just, I painted white, and the red painted red, and yellow just painted in the bright yellow, just like I would normally. And then what I did next is just spray some fluorescent red paint just over the top of everything. So then just everything was just a normal colors, and then just went over the top of all the parts with a thin coat of fluorescent red, so that everything will be glowing red. So it will glow, as you can see, it's pretty bright as it is already, but it will be even brighter under UV light. So I'll just show you guys just a quick example. Here is with the UV light on it. Now, yes, I know the lighting conditions are not ideal, and you guys are seeing this as like blown out. I'll give you a better look at that in the video montage at the end of this video. So what I'm going to do now that you've seen it like this, I'm going to switch off for the red flame effect parts, and we'll continue. So give me just a minute. Alright, well, that was a task. Very tricky and very nerve-wracking to be taking those parts off and putting on these new flame parts. I was trying very, very hard to do that as carefully as I could without scratching any of the paint. I did manage to successfully make a couple little nicks in the paint, little scratcheroonies here and there, unfortunately, but not too bad. A couple of just little spots here and there. Hopefully you guys probably won't even notice, but I don't know, you might. Anyway, so yeah, I think it definitely looks a lot better with all those flame effect parts on. It definitely adds to the all red look. I think the blue was not a good contrast for it. So that's why, I mean, now that those flame effect parts are on there, it's probably going to stay like this forever. So probably will never put those blue parts back on. But anyway, should also just mention a few other things that I did to this kit that I didn't mention yet, is that I also did the panel lining on this kit. The panel lining on the red parts, so that's like the shoulder armor and the torso, a couple little panel lines on there, edges anyway, did those in black, but the panel lining on all the white areas, I did that all in red. So it's my first time ever that I can remember doing red panel lining. And I think you can maybe notice, but with everything looking all red, it probably is not all that noticeable, but the panel lining is also done in red there. Also did some decals, not a whole lot of them, but did want to just add some decals in there. So on the white parts, I used red decals, and on the red parts, I used white decals. So the white decals, all the decals I did after adding the fluorescent red on top of everything. I was kind of thinking now that I should have added the decals on before doing the fluorescent red, just so that way those white decals are also just kind of red tinted over them. But anyway, I think it's okay. I do like how those red, the white decals, like most notably here on the chest and the shoulder, the red, the white triangle, and then the couple like red, white decals on top of the chest there as well. I think with those being brighter white, they do kind of pop a little bit. So I do like that, I suppose. So that's pretty much it for all I did on this kit. There was, like I said, just a couple little seam lines to take care of. For the most part, it's just painting, panel lining, decals, just kind of normal, everyday stuff. I can also just mention that the eyes and the cameras and the heads are also painted in fluorescent pink, actually. So those are in a different fluorescent color. It's probably going to be really hard to notice. If you're looking at it like under the right lighting conditions, you can notice it's a different color, but it's going to be really hard to show that to you guys on camera. So this was just a fun experiment. You know, I discovered what effects are produced when you spray fluorescent paint on top of other colors, and I learned, like, especially the fluorescent paint on top of the hands, which are just gray. So what I mean is just fluorescent red on top of gray actually looks really cool. It's a pretty cool effect there. I also should mention that I do have all the rest of the hands for this kit, and showing these to you guys might help to actually illustrate the point that I'm trying to make here. So here's the hand. So that was just painted in gray, and then with that fluorescent red on top of it, makes a pretty cool shade of color. It's like I don't really know, it's sort of like dark pink. It's kind of really hard to describe. I'm having a hard time even thinking how I would actually call that color. It's an interesting color. Anyway, it's really cool looking, so that's cool. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll stop talking and just let you guys have a few different angles, looks at the kit. I'll do a little bit of posing here, and just enjoy. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think of this. It's quite interesting, I'm sure. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.